controversial rivalries in all of college football. The two showcase programs from the state of Utah. This game has had its share of fights, it's had its share of feuds. At times it has been a figurative and near literal war. But to most, something about it still feels holy. Glad to have you along from Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. It's the BYU Cougars and the Utah Utes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Kyle Whittingham went out with a bang at the University of Utah. An 11-2 season, the Utes were a terrific team, just falling short of the college football playoff. But now, under the leadership
the Cougars kicker headed toward the football, and their season is now officially underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Utah's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. The last time these two drew battle lines, it was BYU with the ethereal experience winning a close one.
And BYU took a lot of pride because they wore Utah down in that game, and they know they got to try to do that again in this one.
Yeah, and now Utah's heard about it for a whole year, and all they've thought about is payback and winning the state of Utah.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. After that near turnover, the clock is stopped as they tend to an injured player. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down on the play, and we hope he's able to return soon. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to pass, it's Dampier. Out of the backfield, he's open. He works his way to the 21-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. And the Utes will send out the punt unit. On his way back from the 20. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. So the BYU Cougars offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. Going to be interesting to see how they use him throughout this game, because this linebacking crew can be exploited. Running inside, it's Martin. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll run play action. He'll throw it. Finds his man, it's Lyons. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. The pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Oh, what a move to get room. There he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Utes. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. An impressive aggressive run from the back, gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that time the defense dialed up a free safety blitz. They were able to get an extra number in the pass rush. Offensive line, running backs, they couldn't account for it. And that free safety able to get to the quarterback.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Man, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Utes will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. And now this offense will take the field again. He'll try the left side. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Bachmeier. Oh, they're after him. He makes a catch. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. From the gun, the running back has it. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Lions. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Cougars are moving quickly down the field. Gives it on the option. Got a little grass. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. And after that 1st down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Into the end zone for 6.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Makes the catch. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. And the Utes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Still down on the field is one of the Utah players. Looks as if it's their senior quarterback who's down on the play, and that is a guy they can ill afford to lose. We'll have Holly check on his condition shortly. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Right back to him on the ground. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They'll start on the ground with Wayshawn Parker. Breaks into the open. He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the 1st down. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. They're backed up just a little. 1st and 10 from their own 19. This time he wants to throw. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run the counter. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. Still down on the field is one of the Utah players. Training staff will take a look and will step aside. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. The run inside. It's Bray. Nowhere for him to run again, and now 4th down is going to be a tough one. It's a way and a beauty headed toward the sideline. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To throw, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the middle. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that one early. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. The option, he'll keep it. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the back. Second down, he'll throw it. Flips it out in the flat. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Tight end now in motion. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This third down a little longer after that penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And it's a sack.
And how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
The Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. What can they pull out of the playbook here on second and long from the 17? Here's a heat. Finds his big tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Now facing a third and long. To the air. It's Bachmeier. Pressure coming, and down he goes. Now after the sack, there is a man still down. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Tight end finds a soft spot. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And is incomplete on third down. And the Utes will punt it away on fourth down. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. My goodness, he unloads on that one. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's up to 51 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Might as well give it to him again. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Flushed out of the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Looking to throw for it. Gets rid of it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. He's brought down after a gain of about 5. Clock comes to a stop as we've reached a 2-minute timeout. The Utes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running...
And he is sacked, and the quarterback's going to be kicking himself for staying in the pocket a little too long on that one. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looks as if he's going to run it. Knocked down immediately. They tried to surprise him on 3rd and long with the run, and nothing doing. Timeout taken by BYU at 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. The inside handoff. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Quickly out to the tight end. And BYU will get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires to the right. Makes the catch. It's Lions. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. Wants to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. On the move from inside his 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 3 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Buckeyes who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game at Rice-Eccles Stadium. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's send it back to our guys in the booth to see how the battle between Utah and BYU plays out.
And the Utes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Well, that's just a foolish penalty. You can't lose track of the play clock that close to the goal line, but still first and goal. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward.
False start of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And guys, everybody needs to be on the same page. Those false starts in this part of the field, crushers. Second and goal. It's complete on the right side. And they pick up just a few on that completion. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit.
False start of offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. They'll run the screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. And this one splits the uprights. And the kick is good, and guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. To the air, it's Bachmeier. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So after that false start, now instead of second and short, you've got second and 8. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
The one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Oh, what a caught! Oh, what a move! Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. Makes the grab in their space. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run out of the gun here with Parker. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force 3rd and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks on the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Cougars, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them.
False start of offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Makes the catch, it's Phillips. Push down for the tackle. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. The option look. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. This BYU offense set up with another first down. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. He uncorks one deep. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Into the 3rd quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Plucks it out of the air.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage, because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
And the defense drags him down. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking down the middle. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And late in the football games, coaches are like, don't make the mistake. In this offense, they just did it. Tie football game, they put the ball on the deck, the defense recovers. Now they're going to have to depend on their defense to come out, get a stop, and keep them in this football game.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Snagged in the middle, it's Casper. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. BYU now into the red zone. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. On target. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Touchdown, Cougars! They take the lead here in the second half.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll run for it. It's Parker. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Back to pass. Under fire. And they got it.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook. And you could see it there, and you could see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. Wants to bring it back. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Running inside, it's Martin. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by one possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception, and now this offense has a chance late.
Neutrals on that track.
They'll have a first down here, a Week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. The run inside, it's Parker, and they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The Utes can really attack on this second and short. Quick completion to the right. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down and run. Oh, he got loose. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Utes want to pick up the tempo.
I think this team knew coming in today they needed to be able to run the football, and they were going to have to get some of that production from the quarterback, and he just broke off his longest run of the game so far. That was critical for his confidence, for this offense's confidence, and right now if you're on defense, you've got to find an answer for this guy.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe two, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Punt is in the air. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The big pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 1. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I'll tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
This is why Rice-Eccles is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He can get this one up in the wind. It ought to carry for a while. He's got it near midfield. And the returner will be dragged down. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. The Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught, and he's got room. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 2. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll look to pin them deep. All the way back to the 15. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. They'll start on the ground with Wayshawn Parker. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Flips it out on the screen. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play, but the defense came up big in a big moment.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry,
maybe some room here. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the 1st down on a 2nd and long. Utah now calls a timeout. They'll have 1 left. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. Doing it himself again. Now the Utes take a timeout and they don't have any more left. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Gives it on the option. Nice move there. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, BYU! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Trying to start the drive with a pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. On the move at the 30. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the right. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab on the left. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Oh, he makes the catch. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He'll try to do it himself. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Utes come to the line in the hurry-up. He'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Utah! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Utes punch them right back.
You get the touchdown, but there's not a lot of time left, so you need to get the onside kick. You may have time for one more play, one shot to throw it in the end zone and somehow see if you can steal this game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. Only 14 seconds to play. The hands team on the field, and it'll come down to this onside kick.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.